Oh, I hope not. Going in. We have T-minus a week and less than a half. How many days? 7, 8, 9? 9 days? The wind is like blowing this way. One thing that we discovered that we need to do is repaint the bottom. We probably wouldn't have had to do the whole bottom except for the fact that the paint that was used on it last season, they've discontinued the color, so we're gonna have to paint a new color. So we're gonna be doing that next week now. We also have to, today is a bonus day again, which is great. We're gonna switch the batteries to the new batteries, and hopefully if that goes quickly, we can pick away at a couple other like tasks, or at least get some stuff prepped, because it's gonna be a very busy couple weeks. All right, let's get William situated. Ah. Wow. The scary guy inside the V-berth. Scary.
Let's go get some food. Season 3, here we come, bitches!
So, did you name that lobster?
No.
No, because you're gonna eat him?
I'm full.
Here, let me get him. There you go.
I'm full.
Oh yeah? You're full? Not the right tool?
No. It's not.
Oh, there's more over here. As with many things, it is now down to not having the right tool again to do the thing that we need to do. And also, we're losing the... and we're also losing the light right now, and William's patience, so... But we are coming back in a couple days. Before Chris left for his work trip, we did a few big pickups for the boat. First was the newly repaired mainsail and genoa. Next stop, new AGM batteries.
New sails.
Ready for your new batteries, buddy?
There's still space in this car. Anchors, we got batteries.
Yeah, we're not really sure what to do. We've got, oh, I don't even know, yeah. We're pretty fully loaded.
It's cold, 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 cold.
You're right, it is cold, cold, cold. Let me get you in there. I'm not like, I don't usually get like nervous during storms, but there's like something in the air right now that just feels really sketchy and ominous. Like, I don't know if it's because of all the boats like with their tarps already blown off, or just because like we're still in Hamilton and we have to get back to Guelph, and like there's a lot of driving in between, but we gotta hustle. It is wild. It's wild out there. It's so cozy on the boat though, like, so nice. But yeah, whew. The wind where it's coming from is gonna be building up like just massive waves across Lake Ontario. Like, this is not a sailing day if it wasn't the middle of the winter and freezing cold. Like, yeah, it's pretty sketchy. All right, 1 or 2 more things to come up. Here, hang on.
Well, can you use this?
No, I could have if I brought the base for it.
Do you not have one anywhere?
I'll use these guys. Grab that, grab that. Grab these guys. Here's some apple juice. Do you want your sandwich now or later? Maybe some blueberries? You want your sandwich now? Running out of batteries in this one, but that new battery charger is in, and Christopher is now switching the new batteries into the old battery spot. And
We're gonna do the electrical better than I'm doing it now.
yeah, this is just a dry run.
It's temporary to get the boat to its spot on time.
Yeah.
We might need another one still, you know. Heavy. Maybe we should go lithium.
For size.
For weight.
Oh.
And size, I guess.
I think we can fit more in with lithium.
Yeah, you have more amps for smaller. Yeah, because those are extremely heavy. Yikes.
There's some kind of factory nearby that smells like weird food. I don't know how to explain it, but it stinks, and I'm gonna be really happy when we're not in Hamilton Harbor anymore. Don't get me wrong, like, it's a nice place, nice sailing, but it's kind of an industrial sort of harbor, so as you can see.
This will have to be restained too.
That's okay. That's stain.
These two cables, I only know where this one goes. This is a goofy thing. I'm gonna remove it right now. This is for the propane sniffer. so it goes to nobody's gonna be able to hear me over the.
It's fine. I can talk. Like you can explain it to me, and then I usually do a voiceover.
Okay.
So one of these cables, this one here, it was plugged into the switch over here, and it goes over to the bus bar over here. And this bus bar only powers really one thing, which is the propane sniffer on the other side.
We're gonna run it. I'm gonna unhook it. I think we'll probably end up replacing that, but in the short term, I'll run it to the fuse boxes, which we have mounted over there, and obviously I'll have a fuse on it when we go to start. So it's down to the wire, and so like, nothing has a fuse on it.
That was a good joke. Did you even mean to do that?
Unintentional. Just overwhelmed.
It's a comedy channel now. Yeah, but we need to make sure that we're putting fuses on things, and that's the big thing, is that right now most things don't have fuses on them. So most things, none, no things. No things have fuses.
Other than the actual
Other than over at the fuse panel.
Fuse panel.
Yeah.
So you have.
But there's no
200 amps going to that. Like a 15 amp fuse is just gonna weld itself.
And now that we're upgrading all the power and all the electronics and things like that, and we will continue to be upgrading the electronics, we want to make sure everything is done as it should be, especially if we're going to be living on it in the winter, which we might be. So there goes the old sniffer. We need a new sniffer.
I'm going to install it somewhere in the short term because I don't like not having it.
Yeah, we definitely need it.
I don't think it was working well anyways.
No.
Just sandpaper?
Yeah, it's in the holder. I can get it if you want. I guess you're closer to it. That's the most we've got grit-wise, yeah. The least we've got.
Not very good.
It was good for what I needed it for. I didn't know you needed it for ripping down wood so that your little button would fit through.
It'd be a bit rougher.
Sorry.
I'm saying. I don't know if they grade it, but of course. Do
you want me to do that, or you got it?
Go ahead. I'm pretty busy. In your perch.
I am busy. I'm documenting this for the posterity.
Hopefully you can say that on the internet.
Posterity? That's posterior. It's not that kind of channel. But it could be. What's not gonna work?
I thought this bit was longer, but because it's such a... I'll figure it out.
We're back. We're doing some work now to install the on-off switch for the batteries, and we needed to get a hole saw that was big enough to cut out the space so that we could insert the forward part of the switch, the round part, through so that it would take up less room in the galley. So that's what we're doing right now.
Could you hold those cables back?
Yes, I can.
Pull these out so make them. And then wash your hands too.
Hang on. Oh, okay. Yep. Good. It's perfectly it fits.
Yeah, I was gonna have a board sitting here.
Yeah.
Drill a hole in it, put the end through it, and then screw these.
Can you mount something on this?
Yeah.
And then have it screw into it like that so it sticks through, kind of?
That's brilliant.
I'm brilliant.
You're brilliant.
Thanks.
You're the smartest person I ever heard of.
I crashed our car yesterday, though, so...
You're...
pretty smart, but just not about roundabouts.
Yep.
We have one viewer from Hawaii, or maybe just one, but at least one viewer from Hawaii who leaves us comments all the time to tell us how nice the weather is in Hawaii. So it's cold. It's cold in Canada.
Because there's already a hole going into the battery box and it's just a little bit too small, it's probably 3.5, and we need 3 5/8 to be able to fit our new battery switch in. We're trying to hole cut it out, but we're taking off a very small amount and it's hard to grab anything because there's nothing for the pilot to go in. So the pilot normally centers the drill so you can push through and it doesn't wander. But we're always finding situations where we can't quite get in. Like if you're in a boat, there's not always the right tools, but we've made a little bracket like this. So I'm gonna drill a hole through here, mount this to the inside of the battery box, so I can go from the outside, center the drill, and then
I'm gonna hold the drill steady.
yeah, because it
we were sanding the hole, but it was gonna take us like days and days.
1/8 is a ton of material to remove, but it's so little to remove by saw, so it's only like 1/16 per side. So
yeah,
we'll get there. I just wanted to explain what we're doing.
Okay.
So I have to get this hole centered. So to do that, I'm gonna put it here, get this guy on, find where I want the center, and then I'll secure it on the other side. And on this side, we'll just secure this board wherever it lies, and then drill through, hopefully. So I'm good
probably
there.
good now, right?
Yeah.
Hello. You want to see if that switch fits?
Yeah. You put it in from your side. We'll have to sand this out regardless.
Oh yeah!
So it was designed for socket heads. So there's counterbores here to put socket heads, so you can mount it on the surface of something. But I think that would work better on the inside of the battery box, and we want to be able to access it outside of the battery box. So the last one was similarly, it was mounted right here like this, but because it's designed to have all the cables come out, it's a little dangerous because like William could have just stuck his hand up in there, and we don't want him to do that with this guy because it's the same thing where you can just stick your hands in. So this is going to be flush mounted, and then all the dangerous bits are on the inside. Cut a little piece here just to protect all the cables on the inside so that nothing bangs up against it. We'll see how it goes.
Go out and sand the bowsprit. Be helpful. gonna take a while, so. How's it been going in here?
Got it hooked up more or less the way it was, just with a couple extra fuses, but 300 amp fuses, which will only blow if there's a big issue. There's a lot of fuses missing. Like, there's 2 wires here that have nothing on it. They're like 10 wire gauge.
That's not great.
No, because 10 wire gauge can handle about 30 amps, and we're allowing 300. So if there's a short somewhere that wants to pull 300 or 299, it will allow it, but it'll burn at 30. So I'm trying. I might set something up and even temporarily to downsize it to 30. Like, I've got a bunch of these guys.
But okay.
Here.
Don't we need 300 in order to start the boat though?
So that one is fused at 300.
Okay.
And that's fine. But the small cables that power like that fuse panel, and there's one other one that goes over there, I'm not sure where it's going, maybe to the diesel furnace.
Yeah.
They're not fused at all, except for now they're fused at 300, but they were never fused.
Okay.
And like there's a little bit of...
It's one of those things where it was working and it was fine, but like when it's not fine, it's really not fine.
Yeah, and like this is the loom, protective loom, which you kind of want on cable so it doesn't rub through. But it stops here, and it's just bare wires going through the engine compartment, and like everywhere I look, it's rubbing. I'm like, how is this not
on fire?
Been an issue yet?
Yeah. Okay. The batteries weren't our only focus, and while I worked away on the bowsprit, Chris began working on something that had been a big problem all last season. But we'll get into that next episode. This probably could have come down another layer, but we just don't have a lot of bowsprit, so. But it's very thirsty wood. Bowsprit's looking really good, I think. I'm happy that I ended up doing the whole sprit. Hard to see in the setting sun, but I'm really happy that I did the big beam because it was getting really weathered. So that's it for today. I am less sore than I was yesterday, but still sore nonetheless. It's a bit of a maze getting out of here right now. So I complained to Chris that I didn't get to participate enough in the jobs to get the boat ready to launch, and now I'm painting the bottom. So the one thing that I was not supposed to do was to paint over the transducer that we just installed, and the one thing that I did do was paint that over.